Hello, hopefully you enjoy this upcoming performance from National eTheatr. If you do, well, all of the artists taking part in this project, writers, directors, and actors, are self employed and currently unemployed thanks to the coronavirus outbreak here in the UK. And so, if you want to support them, you can do so by visiting the links, which will be in the description below the video, and you can donate as little or as much as you want to and feel able to. That money will all be distributed evenly among all the artists taking part. If you can't do that, at the very least, we'd love you to be able to share the videos on your social media accounts, on Facebook, on Twitter, with a friend who might be missing their weekly trip to the theatre. Anyone you think might enjoy it, that is also a massive help. You can follow the project and be alerted to any upcoming videos by following the channel, which you can do so up above, or you can follow us on Twitter on @National eTheatr. Thank you for watching, and sit back now and enjoy the show.
um, I'm convinced that I strutted out of the womb. You know, I see it like this: there would have been banners everywhere, streamers, paparazzi reporters, definitely a red carpet. And Joan Rivers would be there, and she'd say, "Who are you wearing?" And I'd say something brilliant and off the cuff, like, "Oh, this old thing. Oh, this is just amniotic sac, darling." And we'd laugh. And then there'd be a champagne reception and a photo shoot. It was a very glamorous affair in my head. You know, it's weird when I think back on my life. I can pinpoint the exact moments when my life changed. Little moments, little changes. Uh, so I'm 7, and this is when I realised that I have a crush on my bully slash best friend. His name was Josh, and it was complicated. He was one of those boys that just had to have attention on him all the time. And well, honey, let me tell you, he had mine. He was cool and good looking for a 7-year-old, and he just oozed charisma. Basically, he was a 7-year-old fuckboy, but hey, I was there for that. And I was very open about it. Well, at least to myself. Like, I didn't see anything wrong with it. It just was what it was. But did I know what it was? Probably not. Now, being gay wasn't a good thing. That was a well-established fact. But you know what I felt for Josh didn't feel gay or wrong or abnormal. I was bullied, not badly, but also quite badly, if you know what I mean. Name calling, being pushed around, piss taken out of me on the daily, standard. I did get pushed in front of a car once, actually. Yeah, that wasn't great. But still, I tried to fit in. I didn't like football, which is obviously a massive make or break moment in primary school, but, you know, I still tried. I would sit in goal, feign like I gave a shit, and then at the end of the match, I would grab some mud off the floor and smear it on my trousers and on my face, and run up to the rest of the boys and be like, oh, "Great match, guys!" But every day, without fail, some ignorant cunt called me gay, and it was honestly like someone had shot me. Every time. I didn't want to be that word. I didn't want people to think that I was a bum boy or a batty boy or a gay boy. So I denied it. Every day I denied it. And hearing the same shit every day, it makes you so much more aware of yourself. How you act, how you dress, how you speak, even what you eat, and it builds up inside of you unless you've got some way of releasing it, and it will stay with you and manifest itself later on into some hideous display of pent-up angst and sexual frustration. I'm now 12, and it's pissing it down outside, and there's a group of us sat in the library, including my girlfriend. I know, plot twist. And we're playing Truth or Dare, and me, being the reckless, hot-headed guy that I am, I choose truth. And someone asks me if I think about my girlfriend when I wank. I feel sick and sweaty, and I just nod. One short, sharp nod, almost as if there is a fly in my hair and I'm trying to get it out without touching it, you know, just... And... well, the truth was, I didn't wank over her. Of course I fucking didn't. I'd only just discovered that I could use my dick for something other than pissing. This actually is also when I discovered porn, which, you know, really blew my mind, if you'll pardon the pun. Now, I don't know if this happened to anyone else, but this is around the time when loads of porn accounts started friending everyone on Bebo. Yeah, Bebo, I know. Anyway, I worked out that if I followed a certain chain of profiles that I could stumble upon gay porn, and honestly, game changer. There's this one image that really sticks out in my mind. So this guy, and he was tall, dark, tanned, handsome, and he had his hair shaved really short, and he was sat on an aeroplane. And he's got one leg up on the chair, and bang, centre of the image, he's got his massive, rock-hard cock just there. And that was it for me. Fate was selling, and I had no choice but to buy. I was gay. Obviously, I tried to convince myself that I was bi, hence the on-off girlfriend for a year or so, but I think I knew. So I'm now 14, and I've just got home from school. It's my night for the computer. I had English and drama all day. I've got a good part in the school show, and I spent the whole bus journey home listening to Duffy's Rockefeller album. Fantastic day, right? So I logged into MSN, and I wait for my best friend Lauren to come online. She finally pops up, and I message her straight away. Can I tell you something? She replies, BRB, just need to feed the dog. I wait. She comes back on. Go ahead. Now, I type out 4 words. And I feel like I'm putting a lot behind them. You know, can I send this? Will my parents find it? How do I delete my information after I've logged off? I hit enter. I think I'm gay. She's not replying. Fuck, I fucked it. She's typing. She finally replies. Yeah, I know, dickhead. What have you got 4th lesson tomorrow? Honestly, a weight disappears. Even so, I still had no idea what it really meant. You know, in school, we are taught how to make babies, right? How to put a condom on to not make babies. How a penis goes into a vagina. Basically, how to be straight, which is great if you are a cisgendered straight boy or girl. But what about us queer folk? You know, a little guidance would have been nice. No one tells you about oral sex or anal sex or fucking sex toys or consent. No, you name it, we weren't taught it. In fact, I only found out about anal sex because some fucking twat in the year above kept on calling me a bum boy, so I went home and Googled what he meant. Had to delete my search history on the family computer afterwards, obviously. But, you know, throughout school, I was always on this line, this cusp of absolutely fine and depressed as fuck. And I danced my way along that line all the way through high school, all the way through uni, until I just lost my sweet fucking mind. I was actually one of those people that was convinced that I was going to lose my virginity to the one that I love in a committed relationship, and it's going to be amazing, and there'll be fireworks, and woo! Oh, gosh. Cider, wine, and Jägermeister had other ideas. So it's about 3 a.m, and I've just got in from a particularly messy night out at uni. I'm lying on my bed, on it, not in it, and I'm fully clothed. This was the sort of time when Grindr was becoming a bit of a staple in the gay community. So I'm there, and I'm innocently scrolling through when this guy messages me. And he's cute. And he seemed nice. Well, as nice as somebody can seem in 10 messages. And he invites me round. Now, I spend about 5 minutes weighing up the pros and the cons. But I'm drunk, so obviously there's only pros. And I walk to his. It's only about a 10-minute walk away. But the whole walk there, I am freaking out. Like, drunk freaking out as well, so that's probably worse. Anyway, and I get to his, and his flat is so nice. And I think that probably both soothed and exacerbated my fear that he was going to murder me. Also, it was Christmas time, so there was a Christmas tree up in the corner, and Slade was playing in the background. Romantic. Anyway, after a bit of chatting, we get down to business. We're naked, and we're getting a bit handsy, and, well, you can imagine where it went. And after he finished, we just lay there in silence. And it dawned on me that that was shit. That was shit. Where's the black and white art? Where is the dangerous plain sex? No, instead, I'm now sitting here next to some guy that's 8 years older than me, having just had incredibly beige sex, and I'm watching the fucking sun come up because it's 6 a.m. Oh, also, this is when he tells me that he's actually married. I left. I'm now 23, and I've got myself into a situation where I feel truly on my own, and I can't see a way out of it. So my solution is to sleep with anyone that I can, feel shit about it, and eat a block of cheese, and then repeat the cycle. That's where I'm at now. Ooh. I actually have no idea what I'm doing with my life. I've got a job that more often than not doesn't cover my rent. I therefore have a near crippling amount of debt. And I'm questioning myself a lot, like who I am, which is really freaking me out because I've known who I was since I was 13. 13. My balls had barely dropped and I already knew that I wanted them to be in another man's mouth. Although, I have become quite the Grindr connoisseur in an attempt to distract myself from my impending doom. I used to think that I might find the one on there, but really it's just used for quick fucks, and hey, what a selection I've got to choose from. I had started messaging this guy called Luke, and he seemed really nice. He had a good sense of humour, and he appreciated the drag queen memes that I sent him. I started to think that this could maybe be something. He didn't seem like the other guys that I'd met. He seemed invested. I drop him a message in the hope that he can save me from another evening alone in my room, and he's invited me around. Score. And whilst I'm walking to his, it felt almost electric. You know, I'm shaking, mostly from the cold, but also from that weird excitement you get of what's about to happen. And Luke was nice. And the sex was fine. It was over quite quickly. He never messaged again. Oh, then there was Rob, an older guy, charming, bit overbearing, but fit nonetheless. He was unconventional. He had a bottle of sparkling water in the fridge next to a bottle of wine, and he proceeded to take a mouthful of the sparkling water and then put me in his mouth. I tried to protest, but he just put his hand over my mouth. So I thought, fuck it, and went along with it. We had sex. It was shit. Then there was the guy... actually, I can't remember his name. But he snorted a line of coke off of my back before having sex with me. And then proceeded to tell me that he lived with his girlfriend who'd be home in an hour. I left. Then there was the guy who I met on the train home. The guy who I ignored sober, but messaged him super keen after several wines. The two guys that I met in the bar on my own. The guy who, after I told him I didn't want to do anal, still put it in a little bit, but only a little bit, you know, just the tip, because that doesn't really count. And the guy who I spent an entire evening with walking around, and we held hands and we laughed, and he made me feel safe. And then he ghosted me. These pockets of intense one-on-one human contact are like an anaesthetic. It numbs me to the world outside of this nameless guy's bedroom. I don't have to think. I don't have to panic. I don't have to worry about anything at all. Actually, the only thing I have to worry about is if he's going to kill me after he's had sex with me. But as quick as it happens, it ends. And I'm back in the same darkness that I escaped for those few intimate moments. My whole existence is just a collage of question marks. And I've realised something too. None of them have ever really asked me my name. To them, I'm just something to be used and thrown out, like an old condom. It's also hit me as well, actually, just how lonely I really am. You know, being gay can have its perks, sure, but no one really prepares you for how isolated you're going to feel. And I thought coming to the big city where there's a bigger gay culture, I would feel less like I'm on my own. Like, I literally was the only gay in the village. But actually coming here, I feel like it's just made it worse. I was lonely then, and I'm lonely now. And it's all well and good having friends who support you, but no one really understands what it's like for a young queer person unless they've gone through it themselves. Oh, God. I'm having a quarter-life crisis, aren't I? Sounds really lame. Is there actually such a thing? You know, I lie in bed at night, wallowing in depression and self-pity, trawling the endless Grindr profiles. Well, actually not fully endless. Can't afford the premium package. I'm looking for some way of getting out, and I just think to myself, you know, maybe if I talk to someone new, maybe something will change and then something will be different and I'll be okay. So I choose my suitor for the evening, message him, quickly get down to the fact that I'm looking to fuck, and usually within an hour to an hour and a half, I'm just back feeling even worse about myself, just with added cum and or lube. All the anger and damage of being made to feel like you are less than. You know, it fucks you up. And I've held on to that idea that because I'm gay, I am that less than thing. And you know what? I know that I'm not. I can't shake it. And it makes me so sad and angry. And I think, you know, sometimes maybe, do you know, what if I was straight? You know, maybe I could just meet a lovely girl and settle down with her and we'd have beautiful kids and everything will be all right. Wouldn't it be so much easier? I I don't even think I like being gay. It's nothing to do with acceptance or anything like that. That's never really been an issue. Well, except in school, but that's by the by. I'm just a shit gay. I'm shit. I literally have no idea what the fuck I'm doing with my life. No one prepares you for this life when you are queer, right? I mean, teachers are too busy showing us a birthing video at the age of 9 whilst completely failing to tell us how it even got there in the first place. And all the while, parents are secretly hoping, maliciously or not, that their kids aren't gay. Not my parents. Thankfully, that was one good blessing. But what about all the little queer kids who defy all of these social boundaries to try and flourish as these beautiful rainbow children that they are? We walk into life raw with no idea of how to love or how to have sex or how to find somewhere where they feel safe. And I've been trying to fuck my way into happiness for so long now, I'm just numb to it. I don't feel anything anymore. And I've been thinking about suicide a lot. I think that's the first time I've said that out loud. Where where I live, there are about 4 Sainsbury's, 2 Tesco's, a Nisa and 3 off-licences. And I've been popping into each one every so often and buying a couple of packets of painkillers. I reckon I've probably got enough to sink myself with now. Oh, I've also got myself a nice bottle of gin, not vodka. Can't drink vodka, not after uni. Oh, God, just makes me really angry. Actually, maybe I should have bought apple sours. It would have been easier to drink. Anyway, I've got something to wash it all down with. And the plan is to lock myself in my room, put my favourite album on, and then just go to sleep. I reckon by the time the last song plays, I'll be gone. I just don't think I can do this anymore. I'm drowning constantly. I wake up and immediately there is a pressure on top of me. I feel it when I'm showering. I feel it when I'm at work. I feel it when I'm eating my shitty rice and microwave veg. I feel it every second of every day until I slip out of consciousness and into sleep again. I wake up hoping that something will have changed, and it never does. I can't see a way out of this. I should have a plan. I should have some kind of life, but all I have is an existence. I exist, and that is about it. And what do I even bring to the world? Nothing. All I do is let a few men come in or on me and pull pints. And no matter how many times I shower or how many Grindr conversations I delete, I can't shake the feeling of dread and disappointment. I don't even think I hate myself. I just wish that I wasn't myself. I guess this is I guess this is my note. How many do you think I'm gonna need? 20? 40? I've probably got about 200 here. Maybe I should just take them all. Will it hurt? I'm Rory, by the way.